Okay, this is part two of the Cleveland, Ohio shooting of the old man, and streamed on Facebook and things like that. Uh, I really didn't get to get in depth because my data and whatnot was kind of off, but I wanted to recap on some things on how I feel like the whole thing was set up and fake. The man driving in the car, mind you, I'm in my driver's seat, and I'm sitting in my driver's seat, and I'm going to hold the phone like he was holding and supposedly holding the steering wheel, which is hard as hell because I can barely hold two fingers behind the steering wheel and the other two and thumb hold the phone up to keep it steady. So this is if I was driving, it'd be moving like this. So mind you, he had the other hand up like this talking to somebody, which is a hard thing to do. How can you do those two things at the same time and be so precise on trying to focus on driving the car? He looking down at times at himself in the camera, paying attention to the road and looking for somebody to shoot. He rode around for minutes on Facebook streaming. Everybody knew this. Police knew this. Everybody knew this. It took him that long to find somebody to shoot, when in all reality, if you really snapped the way he said he snapped, you would have pulled up on the first person you saw. Would have been a person at the drive-thru. You would have went through McDonald's, ordered your food, got your food, and said, "Hey, by the way, thank you." Raised your stood up, bow, and blew their brains out. There it go. None of his situation happened like that. None of it. So, mind you, okay, he's driving around. So he sees his old man. So he jumping out the car like he just getting out, going in here to grab some hot head or something. Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Walk on out. He runs up on the old man, pulls up on the old man. Watch the video. One thing I must say before I really get in depth on what I'm trying to say. Whenever they drop these videos, do you ever notice how fast they take it down to where you can't find it? When they drop these videos, start freaking recording them. Start recording these videos or download them to your phone to somewhere to where you can keep an eye on it so you can watch it over and over again, because that's why they take these videos down. Because if you keep watching something enough, think about how many TV shows you watch and you go back and you be like, damn, I never noticed they said that. Damn, I never noticed such and such was sitting over in the back, sleep. Or, you know what I'm saying? You never notice certain things. That's why they take them down so quick. Okay, so he jumps out of the car. He walks up on the old man. The old man, if you look in the old man's glasses, and you look at the old man at a point in time, right before he pulls the trigger, the old man smirks a little bit. He looks down at the man walking up. If you look through his glasses, you can see the old man's eyes look down at the man's looking at his right side, like he's looking at wherever the gun's coming from. But if you notice, he walked up and was just talking to the old man at first, but the old man automatically started looking down at the gun. So you knew he was what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? So you walk up, he says whatever he says to the old man. The old man raises his bag up and says, I don't know nobody by that name, you know. So by the time the old man raised the bag up, dude pulls the gun up, pulls the trigger. The old man, right before he pulled the trigger, watch the old man drop his arms, turn the opposite way that the camera's about to turn. The camera turns one way, I'm assuming to the left, but you know, cameras, it switches the sides. So I'm assuming he shot and turned to the left. So he turns to the left, but if you watch, as soon as the gun goes off, the old man drops his arms, and it seems like he's falling backwards, but to the opposite way. He's turning and dropping to the opposite way. But if you watch as the old man, after he pulls the trigger, you don't see no blood splatter come out the back of that old man's head. And that's where they messed up, because they left the camera on him too long. Because when he pulled the trigger, you should have been able to see, just like when you watch Walking Dead or any show, CSI, and they show you all of these crime scene investigations, and they tell you, we know how blood splatters. And everybody has watched something where you've seen somebody's brains get blown out. And some of us can say that we've seen somebody actually get shot like that before. And you never seen a straight line of blood. That blood was such a straight line on the side of that man. Did you notice it was such a straight line that none of that line touched the actual body? None of it spilled off onto the body, like dripped on the body. That's what made it seem so suspect. Makes you want to go back and look at it again. So, like I said about the old man's face, the old man's face was wrinkly old face. When you shoot a person and it shuts that brain down, whatever the last expression was on your face, if it was a forced back face, you would still have that look on your face, or to some type of degree, because after that brain gets shut down, it's over. After somebody penetrates your brain with a knife, a gun, you could crack somebody's head hard enough with a damn bat and it cuts that brain off, they body drop. They body drops. They body drops straight down. But the force of that bullet smacking that head would have sent that old man hitting up against that fence, which you never heard him hit that fence. You never heard him hit that fence, but he wasn't no more than 2 or 3 feet from that fence. Okay, like I said in my first video, he shot, turned left. The old man ducked out. Watch it again. If you don't have the video, send me something and I'll send you the video. Send me an email and I'll send you the video. Watch the old man turn. I mean, as the shot goes off, the old man ducks his arm down, turn. This camera spin, comes all the way back around. The body's laying so straight and perfect, like a bum on the street, like a bum sitting there asleep on the street, legs all perfectly together. But think about how the whole old man was standing when the shot went off. He was standing, both legs shoulder to shoulder, looking straight ahead at the dude. So how did his legs turn? The bag come all the way back up to his face and he lay perfectly on his side. And we believe this. Come on, America. Come on, America. If you don't know anything about George Soros, I think that's somebody that you should really start to look into. Because this man admits to manipulating economies. That's how he made his billions. He manipulates economies. He pays activists to go out and act a fucking fool. And he pays people to make these shootings to make people get scared. I can't prove for 100% surety that the Twin Towers was an inside job, but I believe it was. And the firemen explained how they feel like it was getting exploded as it was going down. So when that happened, when those towers hit, what did America do? Go to straight fear mode. People start going out, buying all type of water, buying all type of gas, because they felt like we under attack. Now you see how they're manipulating you? You see how they're manipulating you? And some of these shootings, and I'm talking more to African Americans, some of these shootings that these police are doing to these kids, we should have these highways packed coming. Because think about it, man. If you think about white society, they always come together. FBI, CIA, sheriffs, armed forces, whoever you want to call them, they come together. They come together. Mexicans, you catch them 15, 20 of them living in one bedroom apartment paying $400 of rent a month. And you say, well, you laugh at them. No, them niggas economically smart, unlike us. So, this is really a plea for everybody to start watching the news. Stop being so agreeing to bullcrap. Come on now. Y'all believe everything that could be put on a green screen. When I play video games and get astounded on how these things look so real, just come on, man. If they can make this look so real here, why you think they can't make it look that real on mass media? And why you think the same headlines are being streamed everywhere? They're saying the same thing. But think about it. Wouldn't I explain something different than somebody else that's in fucking California and I'm in Dayton? You know what I'm saying? I would explain it different, but if you go through the news, when something happens, they all explain it the same way. They say the same exact wording, everything. It is mass media, and it's meant to get us all off. We off, man. We off. I'm about to slow this video down. I'm about to speed it up, because I got to get up off of here because I only got like 15 minutes. They give me that much. But everybody, you got to look at what they pulling together. They pulling together things that you really don't have no idea. And I really don't. But it's happening so much in front of our faces that we not saying, what are you doing? Think about it. I was thinking today, I was like, dang. I was watching this thing on TV and they had the Border Patrol had captured somebody who was hauling things to make their own liquor. So they bring out the tobacco and firearms and all this shit. you know what I'm saying, people, the ATF or whatever you want to call them, and they came out and took these people to jail and start charging them for making their own product. People, if this is the world that God gave us, why is it that the brewery of Budweiser can make his own beer, put a name on it, tell you to pay for it, and then make a strenuous type of law to say you only can buy it from him? That don't make y'all think something like, hold on, it's my shit. This is my product. I make my own shit. Come on, y'all, we ain't free. Oh, America, the land of the free. No, it's not. You think you're free. You're not free. How can you be free and you can't do what you want to do? Okay, you go out here, if you're a mechanic like myself, and you go out here and you build your car from the ground up, you buy your own parts, you fabricate your frame, you do all these things yourself. Oh, you can't drive it. Now you got to get it registered under their shit. But Henry Ford didn't have to do that. Henry Ford can come out with a new car. GM can come out with a new car. They ain't got to do nothing. See, it's a way of keeping you under because we so dependent. I done had people say, well, oh, man, we need the government to help control and make sure things roll right. So you mean to tell me we need 100 motherfuckers to vote over millions of people? What they say go, but they lifestyle, the way they live, does not compare to you at all. These people live in $1 million houses and drive $100,000 cars, and you know what I'm saying? They live a life that most of us are gonna die assuming that we seen and we never saw. This little thing that people call riches that ain't even have a 1% of a billion. You don't have no money. You think you do. But come on, we gonna bring it to the people on my level. We don't have that type of money. But you letting a person predict you who does have that much money. So he doesn't look at life the same way you look at life. You looking at, oh damn, I gotta pay this DeepNL. He looking at shit. He wonder how much money he made from the utility he owns called DeepNL. You know what I'm saying? That's a total different ballgame. It's totally different. So people watch this.